Welcome back. Uh, it's a day 7 Windows PowerShell online training. Let me share my screen. Then we can start our day-to-day activities. It is a PowerShell. It is December batch. Okay. It's a day 9. Sorry, I thought day 7. It's a day 9 class. Okay. So this is our notes. All right. Let's have a quick recap. Last class, what we have discussed, and we can start the new topic today. Today is 22/01/2020. Last class we discussed what topic? If, else if, and switch, right? These three looping statement we have discussed, and basically that the formula is I have written and you need to understand that is in looping statement. When you have a straightforward condition, you can use the if condition. Basically, you need to understand that is in how many conditions are there, and accordingly you need to plan for else if. If the 4 conditions are there, then one if condition, next 3 else if condition, and next one is else condition. So the as per the note, you need to plan accordingly. You can just try to. I would request everyone just what I am trying to. Once your logic understood, right? Take your day-to-day operations work, day-to-day operations task can be possible, can be implement with the help of this looping statement or not. First, I'll tell you the formula to write a small script. Small script. You need to make a note of manual work, what you're working. Okay, we have to make a manual work. It means you have to just define the steps first. Whatever you're working some manual work, right? Define the steps. First, what you are doing. Second, what you are doing. Third, what you are doing. Four, what you're doing. Like that. So you have to, when you make the steps, right? Now you can also do the same things. The whatever doing the steps, right? The task 1, task 2, right? Whatever you're doing the task 1, task 2, find the relevant commandlet. Okay. Now this is how you need to build a script, small. So now once you got the relevant commandlet, try to execute in a single machine and see the result. Then if it is want to multiple server, multiple machine you want to do, then you can use a looping statement, and you can understand that is in which looping statement I need to add on it. And today we are going to talk about a couple of things for the bigger picture to discuss on that. So this is how you need to start slowly and adopt to write a small script, rather manual work. And slowly when you are into the environment, small task you are trying to involving, and you are go to Google and find the script and try to spend to modify it, right? And customize it, the script, and execute it. Either you can do the lab or your production environment also, but any production environment before implementing, try to test in your test environment and just slowly adopt it. You tell your mind, you have to train your mind, I have to move into the PowerShell and automation environment. Any manual tasks are coming, I need to try to write a script. Okay, then the small script is become a later, it will be more confident and more practice you will get it, and you will be become a core automation guy. And when you are automation guy, then no one will touch you, right? No one will overwrite you. So these are the topic we discussed last class. These are the point you need to be keep in mind for the whenever you want to write a if condition. If, else if, and else condition. We have understood the formula when to use the else if and when we need to use the else, right? And we have taken the example service process and all. And we also use for the switch statement. If that is in the process is going on by using the condition, you can use a straightforward use a switch statement. These two looping statement we have completed. And we are going to move into the one more bigger picture to discuss on for each looping statement. But before we are going to looping this statement, we have to discuss some file system. Okay, before we talk about the file system, let me know if you have any question, and we will discuss. Then we can move into the these two major important one. These two topic completed, right? Your second stage is third stage is completed. Now you are officially, or you are ready to write a script. Ready to write a script. Good to know. Good to understand.
Yeah.
Now, as I told you, that is in file system means what? Now, till now, whatever we are discussing, dealing with the only in a console, right? Only in a console, which is a blue color symbol, right? Yes or no? Blue color. But now we will going to deal with, we will we will save the file, or you can say report, or you can say we will read the file. We will read the file from local machine to our local path to PowerShell, and also we will get the report. We will get the report, right? Get the report to local machine to save the report. So this is most important again. When you want to do the bigger picture, right? People will ask, can you send me the report quickly? So that time we need to understand. We need to be very much familiar with that. How do I because when we're writing the script, how do I bring into my reporting section, right? Reporting part. That time you need to understand that is in two major commandlet, not only two, there are four commandlet are that you need to understand that is in. You know, from when we read the file from local path to PowerShell, right? I have a file. I have a file, right? I have a file here in my system. I want to read from the PowerShell. How do I read it? For example, I have copied here one file, book one and book two, right? This file I want to read from the PowerShell. To read that, I don't know the commandlet. You know that already generic. If someone asks you, can you please registry from your registry, or I have system my registry, can you please put into the registry what they have called? In some settings are in my system. I want to put into the register setting what they have called. What they have called? Can you tell me? You heard about
Actually,
import and export something?
oh, okay.
Okay, can you please import these details to just show me that like that, right? Yes or no? You heard about, hey, can you import these settings? Can you help me to do it all these things? Yes or no? So there are
Yeah.
two two commandlet we need to discuss: import and export. When do you do the import? When do you do the export? We need to understand very carefully. Okay. See, now I don't know the commandlet. What commandlet I need to use it? So, but basically when we are dealing with the file like a CSV, right? The CSV file we are dealing with that. So I can ask to the PowerShell saying that is in, okay, can you give me the right commandlet for me? Let me ask to the PowerShell. How do you ask the PowerShell? You know already. Get-help, get-help and star CSV, right? Yes or no? I have a couple of files. I want to deal with the file, the CSV, but I don't know that what is a command of import, what is a commandlet of export. So I need to see that is in one is a command called as import CSV. The second commandlet called as a export CSV, right? Now I want to bring into the PowerShell. How do I bring into the PowerShell? And before bringing to that this PowerShell, I need to know that is in this import CSV commandlet. I want to see the import CSV commandlet, the detail. How do I check it? I want to see the detailed update or definition. How do I check? How do I ask to the PowerShell? Get hyphen help. The what is the commandlet? Import hyphen CSV. Right? You need to discuss about this most important, and each commandlet we are going to talk about, and we can discuss what it is and how it is. Right? Import hyphen CSV, and second one is export hyphen CSV. Once we understood, then we can move on to the looping statement. Now, what is the import hyphen CSV here? The import hyphen CSV says create a table like custom object. Try to understand most important topic today. If you understood this, and we can deal with the big picture, because for each looping statement, depending on this reporting section, because we need to have 100 machine, we need to have 100 machine, and all 100 machines I need to put into the one Excel sheet. And this Excel sheet, my script is going to read and execute the script. He has to execute all 100 machine, and this Excel sheet I need to tell to the PowerShell, read this Excel sheet and execute. To read from PowerShell this Excel sheet, we need to understand the design. What are the basic commandlet we're going to discuss. Now import hyphen CSV, it will tell you the import hyphen CSV. It's a path. Hyphen path is, this is all our default parameter. It says creates a table like custom object from the items in a comma separated value is a CSV file. Right? It is a custom object from the items comma separated value CSV file. So these are the default parameters are there. Already we know every commandlet we have a parameter, depends on requirement, we are going to use it. Now the actually how it works, how I need to understand that is, and what is the things I need to keep in mind. Now you can see import hyphen CSV commandlet creates a table like custom object. From the item in the CSV file, each column in the CSV file become a property of the custom object, and the items in a row become a property value. See guys, if you understood this definition, it will be more benefit for you to understand the clear concept. Import CSV works on a CSV file, including files that generated by the export CSV. Now this definition, I will take it. I'll copy this. Import hyphen CSV. This is a commandlet. Creates a table like custom object from the item CSV file. Each column in the CSV file, become a property of the custom object. Now, this is Excel sheet, right? This is Excel sheet, and you have that is in the header, right? You have header, serial number, okay, serial number, header 1, header 2, header 3, header 4. Now, what is calling in the PowerShell in the import hyphen CSV saying that is in each column in the CSV file become a property. So these are all what is saying header. Each column is become a property of the custom object, and the items in a row, the whatever in the items are the row, the property values. So this header we called as a property, and each column, the rows are there, that is called as a value. And whatever you in the Excel sheet we want to target specifically, to reach that we need to target for the property of the header, and in that each property whatever values are there we need to call it. But how actually we need to understand that when we talk about the for each, we will understand this. Just keep in mind, header we call as a property, rows we call as a value. The respective of a property we need to find the values. It's just to park it, to understand it. But how do I bring that Excel sheet to the my PowerShell? To bring the my Excel sheet to the PowerShell. So you need to know that I have copied one file, which is a book one, right? I need to bring into the Excel sheet to the PowerShell. So you know that already the parameters, the command it is there, path is there. So this is my path, which is D PowerShell new batch December 21st, and inside I have a file called as a book one, right? This is my path, right? Not this one, you can take it book two. You can say book two. Okay, let's see. This is a small file is there. So what is saying in this definition? This whatever your header is a property, and whatever in the rows are all are values for the import-csv definition. Now I want to read this file. I want to read this file from the PowerShell. How do I read it? How do I read it? You know that already what is a commandlet and what is a parameter you want to use it. What is a commandlet? What is a parameter and how do I call it? You know, you have already path, right? Here it is slash book two, right? This is my path. Now you know that what is a commandlet here you're going to use. What is the commandlet? Import -csv, and the parameter is path and your path. Is that correct? I want to read the file from the path to PowerShell. Good to go. Understanding? Now you can see, you just observe carefully here. When I type this path, it's giving me result, but can you tell me which format is giving me? Which format is giving me? Is it looks good correctly? Whatever the Excel sheet are there, that data is coming here. But is it correct format is coming? Excel sheet is like that, right? It's supposed to come like that. But is it coming? Is it good structure way? Which format is coming?
No, it's not.
Which format is coming? This one default. Remember, it's a list format, right? It's a one, two, it's a list form one by one. It's not a table format. We need a table format. Remember, there is a limitation in PowerShell. If we have a header, if we have a more than 4 header, the automatically PowerShell will read list format. The limitation is here. You need to understand that is in number 1 point. Import -csv commandlet default it will converts to list format if the header count is more than 4. Remember guys, most important. These are all formula. These are all ABCD of you need to understand. But import -csv commandlet default it will converts to list format if the header count is more than 4. Yes, this header is more than 4. If I deleted this, if I just delete it, and can I go back, save this file? Can I go back and read back and just you can run the same part? Now you can see I have deleted serial number header. Now I'm typing again for the same path, import -csv to bring and retrieve the read the Excel sheet into the PowerShell. Now it's coming me correct format. What is the format of this? It is a table format. Remember here, but now when we have a within that is in within 4, then it's giving me if header are less than 4, then it will give me the result. Give me the result in a format table format, result table format. But you can ask me that is in the real scenario in a production environment, we don't have Excel. You don't have Excel like only 4 header, right? You don't have Excel only 4 header. Yes or no? We have many headers, right? But we want to we have that is in more than 4 header. Okay, we need the CSV file. CSV file has more than 4 header, but I need format. I need table format. Remember, in this case, how do I use it? In this case, how do I need it? How do I use it? In this case, how do I use it? Remember, I have to use for, again, I gone back and again I have Control Z, I got the more than 4 header. Now, I have a more than 4 header, but I need a table format. I can't make it limitation, right? PowerShell has a limitation. When it is a more than 4 header, then it will give you list format, but we don't need a list format. And we have deleted and we have checked, we understood less than 4, then it will give the table format. But correct, but actual production or actual requirement, we can't stick on that. We can't make it limitation, right? For our day-to-day job, our Excel sheet report might be in a more than 10 header. But when we talk about more than 10 header, more than 4 header, but I need to table format. Remember, you can use a pipeline with a format table. See, okay, I have not saved here. Let me see this. Okay, this you can save it. Now come back, say format. Now you can see the limitation and actual requirement we are understanding here. When we reading the file from local machine to PowerShell, the command that we are using import -csv. Earlier we used, it's a default is coming me list format. Situation is the limitation is more than 4 header. Yes, correct. I have deleted 1 header and same command that I type it, it's gave me proper format, which is table format. Yes, we understood limitation, but it is not an actual requirement. Actual requirement I need to have, even though I have a more than 4 header, I need to use a table format. I can use format table. Understood? In this scenario, we can use with the pipeline, okay, with pipeline, which is format table commandlet. Clear? These are all sometime entry questions, and while you're working any small project, you should understand some limitation. Getting my point or not?
Yes, getting.
This is a reading the file, or you can say that we are going to talk about a file, dealing with the file, right? And this is CSV file we are having, but sometime you might have a notepad file. Okay, sometime you have a notepad file. So that situation, can I go ahead with always use with import hyphen CSV? No. So you can also use for another commandlet. But before moving to another commandlet, do you have any question on this? Is it understood the limitation and how are we going to read it? Same file we want to read for the notepad content. How do I read it? Okay, there are sometimes there are notepad file also have, right? How do I use it? A notepad file, that time what commandlet we need to use it, right? So we need to use the commandlet called as a get hyphen content. Get hyphen content, you can give the path. Okay, and this is the path. See that is CSV file also I'm going to use, but the different commandlet I'm going to use, enter it. Now when you use a get hyphen content, it won't read your Excel set, that it will give the result with a notepad format. You understanding? We need to understand the simple file I want to read, what kind of commandlet I'm going to use. We can also use for, okay, the second commandlet for in the file system reading, which is called as a get hyphen content. The get hyphen content, it's a simple import with a comma separated format as it looks in notepad format, right? And you want to directly open that is in notepad, you can also do it. Just say notepad .exe, or you can say directly notepad.exe. You can give the path, enter. See, just we need to understand that is in we need to know that is in which file, how do I access it, and what kind of the commandlet. It's entry questions might ask, okay, I have some small notepad file, how do you read in PowerShell? Any question? Good to go. Guys, so the notepad file, you can directly use it. Get content is a separated by comma in a notepad format, but actually we need to have this kind of format we need to use for an import hyphen CSV with the format table. Good to go. Understood, guys? Shabi, Manjunath. Manju, you late joined. Anish.
Yeah.
All good from your end?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
everything is
Okay, fine. You understood when did you join? I didn't check it, but we are talking about the file
no,
system.
actually, yeah, joined in beginning itself, 8 minutes later.
Good, not a problem. So I hope you
Yeah,
understood for the how do we read the file by using import
yeah,
CSV. There is a limitation.
yes.
So this is the most important we need to understand, but it will be required, because why I'm talking about this topic to most important, when you talk about for each and reading the file 100 machine, 2000 machine, or all the bulk machines we want to manage it, right? So that time we have to very carefully understand how do I use it. So this is first part I need to explain you to carefully understand the concept. Okay. Now, let's talk about, I have all the services. Your manager asked to, hey, can you please give me that is all services list detail and send me the report. Send me the report. Only 1 second. Only 1 second, guys. Okay. Now there is a requirement. I'm just giving you example. All service list detail and send to the report in Excel format. So now you know that is in what is the command letter of this. You know what is the command letter of this? If I want to read all the services, what is the command letter?
Get-services.
Very
Get
good.
hyphen L, get hyphen service.
Get hyphen service. We know the simple command. When I type get hyphen service, just concentrate, guys. Is the most important. And these are all detailed. Your manager asked. You can't send by using screenshot and you can't make it copy. Okay, is it right way? You will do like that. All it will going to copy, right? It's all hard work, right? Copy and put it notepad and everything. Yes or no? I want to be directly save the file in my local path. Then I can directly share that. So for that time, I can use the command let called as a export hyphen CSV. Remember, guys. This one is we used in the one we are going to discussing the definition of the import hyphen CSV we discussed. In the import hyphen CSV we discussed a limitation and another relevant command we discussed get hyphen content. The second one is the most important, export hyphen CSV when we are going to use, when we are going to save the report in our local machine from PowerShell. Now this one is from local machine to we have saved to the PowerShell, and from the PowerShell, how do we read to the file to my local path? So for that, you know, export hyphen CSV. So when I say export hyphen CSV, then what you're going to use next? And basically, before you're going to use, you can read the what exactly says get hyphen help, and export hyphen CSV. Ask PowerShell what it is. The export hyphen CSV, you can see again, it's a path, and there are other parameters are there relevant, right? And you can also see the example if you want to see the example. Okay, and it will tell you that is in how I can read the file and how I can put into that is in my local path, right? Now you can see, but in the command let it says many thing, no type information is also there in export hyphen CSV the command let, right? You can see this export hyphen CSV. There is a parameter called no type information. You can see no type information, right? It says the export hyphen CSV command let create a CSV file. The object that you submit, each object is a row that includes comma separated list of the object property values. You can use the you can use the export hyphen CSV command let create a spreadsheet and save the data with the progress except CSV file format input. Now, this is the definition. Now I have that get hyphen service is there. That is I need to put into that is in my report. How I can say the report here? How I can? Now I have the commandlet already get hyphen services, and I want to put into that is in the example says get hyphen process. It is and leave it some other part. Just simple. Okay. Export hyphen CSV path. You can put it here. Now same things you can say get hyphen service. You need to type get hyphen service. Okay, get hyphen service. This is a command that we have pipe, and I can say export hyphen CSV. Now you can give the path and where you want to save. Where you want to save, I will save here in this path with slash. I can say service details dot CSV. If I enter this file, you can just try to understanding the step by step. Okay, enter. So what it says, get hyphen service pipe export hyphen CSV path, and this is the cannot be queried due to the following error. Token broker. Okay, let's see, it's a different error is coming. Okay, it's exported here, right? You can see service is exported. When you open this file, now it's a completely all junk. This ignore this error. Okay, leave it. But anyhow, that our requirement is fulfilled. But now what was our requirement? Our requirement is whatever you have written the get hyphen service, you got this result. We need this result, right? This error we got it. I feel, yeah, this is the one. This is not coming because of this has got error. Okay, fine. Now you can see expectation is we need to get these are all the content, which is status, name, display name. But when I use the export hyphen CSV with the get hyphen services following pipeline, but why it is giving me the junk? When you open this file, you can see this is all junk file. How do I do that one? I don't need these are all, right? I don't need all this, but actually needed for what? I need it for status, display name, name. I needed name, status, and a display name. This only you need to send. Why you are sending this all junk file? He will again return back to you. The manager will return back to you. Hey, oh, yeah, I'm not understanding this complete whole file. Can you give me that is in only status, name, status, and display name? Then how do I use it? What I need to do in this? Remember, how do I use it? I need to have a good format, my Excel sheet to be exported. What changes I need to do? Can you
We
please
need
think?
to give those. We need to give only those specific name, like after like format table we used to give in the previous classes. Whatever
Okay,
the headers we required.
good. Okay, now how do I use it? Can you please explain? Same, I can use for the pipeline, which is format table, right? And name, comma, status, and display name like that. Is that correct?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Yes, you are absolutely right. But see, that is what is going on. Format table, name, comma, status, and display name. See the limitation how is going to be happening. Okay. Now you can see service detail. Okay, I can say different name. Service detail 1. Okay, that's the already file is created. I'll create a one more. So it is service detail is one more service detail 1 is created. Open. Now you can see there are no changes. Nothing. It's the same only. Nothing changed here. Remember, when you were displaying the result, that time you have to use a format table. When you are displaying the result, when you want to see in front of the screen, you can use a format table. But you want to export the report with a specific properties, you have to use select object. Remember, you have to use select object. When to use, how do I use, you need to understand here. Okay, see here the same one. What I can do, instead of that is in format table, I can say I need the specific select object. I need a name, comma, status, comma, display name. And the file name, I'm going to change it. Second one, enter. Now you can come back and see the second file. I think there is an issue with this format. It is not coming right away. Okay, now we have already, okay, now there is a limitation. What you need to do, already you have exported the file, then you are telling to select object. It won't work. You have to tell first select object, then it will be export the file. It's like that, right? What is happening now? All the get hyphen services already bringing into the file. Already is a bringing file with a junk, and then you are telling to the go ahead do it. It won't work like that. What you need to do, your all the repository, then first select the what are the properties you needed, then you get the report. This is a right way. So in this case, what we need to do, we have to change this method. Get hyphen service. See that is in format table. Format table. What is that name? Earlier what you said, Manju. Okay, that we can see that is working or not. Name. What is that? Name, status, and display name, and format table. I can use export hyphen CSV. Then I'll give the path. Okay. I will see number 3. Service report. Service report. I reported. Okay, which is service report. Now, as per you use that is in format table. Now it's see, it's completely junk. Again, it is not coming the correct result. When you use a format table to save the file, remember, when you save the file with selected properties, when you use the format, it won't give the result. It won't give the correct result, correct report. But you need to do, remember, when you save the file with the selected properties, you have to use select object. Remember, when you want to display the result, yes, you can go ahead and use it directly. You don't want to save, you want to display the result, you want to print the result, then you have to use the format table. That's the right direction. But you want to save the report with the selected properties, you have to use select object. Now service report 1, and I will say instead of the format table, I can use it select object, enter. Now service report 1. So service report 1 is connected. Now you can see name, status, display name. This is what expected. And one difference here, I am looking for this PowerShell console is 7.1 is a improvisation. But when you open this 5.1 console, right? 5.1 console, you can see the difference. You might also be understanding this. You need to know. If I use the select object, get hyphen service, pipe, select object, name, status, display name, and the path. Okay, the path is, I can say this is difference between the PowerShell console I'm explaining you. You need to understand this one as well. The limitation, which is report to, enter.
Export -CSV.
Correct. So you made you understood, right? Why is getting error, right? Export -CSV, you got it.
Path.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay, fine. You will get it also. You got it. Now you can see what is the name I have given here. 2 only, right? I can open the 2. Now you can see the 5.1 console. There's one more option called as a type selected system services service controller. But in the 7 I have given, it's giving me the perfectly result. It's a perfectly result, I got it. But I use for 5.1 console, it's gave me there is one more additionally the type hash type. To remove this, what you need to do, there is a parameter called as a no type information. Okay, it's improvised in a 7.1 PowerShell console. There is a parameter you need to type at the end, no type information. So you can go here and you can same commandlet, you can type hyphen no type information. And you can just report this number 3rd, enter it. Now you can see number 3rd, you won't be able to see that no type information error. You need to understand the limitation of the 5.1 and 7.0. Select object will help to correct manner export the report with selected properties. You understood, guys? 7.1 console, it is giving me right information, no need to do anything. Okay, console. Okay, it will give the right result. But however, in a 5.1, it will give the result with the no type information. Now what we need to do, we need to use the you can take the complete commandlet. This one is copy, you can type it and paste it. For the 7.1, you can use it and take this complete path. This is the basic, very important, guys. Whenever we reading the file, right, we should understand that. And maximum times we are talking about format table, right? When I use the select object, you understood now. There's one more options was there, select object. We understood when do we use that select object, right? Till now we have used the format table and all these things. Select object we were not used, but select object we want to use for specific property you are looking, then you have to use a select object. Understood? And you don't want a header. Let's simply directly export the report. Then you can use one more file like how you see the get content, right? That is in, you can say out file. You can say out file. You can also use the out file, also save the file. You can use the PowerShell, say out file hyphen file, out file. You can give that is in pipe, and you can give the path. Okay, you can see this is number 4. Okay, or you need to give the path, right? Out file hyphen path. No need to use for. You need to say get hyphen service. Instead of export hyphen CSV, you need to say out file. Instead of the export hyphen C, you can see that is an out file. Out file. And if you say something, even though if you put in a CSV file, it won't take it. Just say 6.1, enter. Now you instead of that is an export hyphen C, put the out file. Just see the what format is getting. Now 6 is got it. Now you can see it's a kind of completely notepad format. It won't give you a proper header, proper properties. Getting difference between of out file and you're going to use for export hyphen CSV. The right manner selected properties you needed, then you have to use for export hyphen CSV. Any notepad kind of file you want to without header and all this you want to use, there is an out file, you can use it. This why additionally I wanted to explain you. Sometime you might have seen in the script people can use out file, right? So this can be used for, you can just say just for viewing, just for viewing the file, which is entire data it's going to take. Entire data will save without format or without proper header, right? So these important you need to be understand very carefully what we discussed about import hyphen CSV what purpose, export hyphen CSV what purpose, and get hyphen content what purpose, and out file what purpose. Okay, this is 2. Any question? Now you're a little confident. If somebody asks you, can you please send a report?
Can we do it in the HTML format too?
Yes, that is I'm coming to you. So same things we are going to use for that is in CSV format. Instead of that is you want to go with HTML format, but you need to tell that is in PowerShell. I'm going to use for HTML. You have to tell that to the PowerShell. Okay. So if you instead of this going to same things, okay, import a CSV and all these things, you can say instead of the CSV, if I say that is HTML. Okay, you got it, right? But is do you see that is HTML format? You can see this one. Go to that is one of the browser, click OK. See, you want it, but you need to tell the PowerShell, which is HTML. I'm going to use HTML format. So what is that? It means you need to tell the PowerShell whenever using that is an out file. Okay, I have not used export hyphen C, right? That you can use the export hyphen CSV. You can say 10 instead of HTML. Okay. Ah. You need to use this one. HTML. Just see it's coming or not. But whatever you open that is it won't work. But you need to tell that is in PowerShell. So I am going to use for the I'm going to use for PowerShell. That we need to check for what file you are going to use in PowerShell. So we need to ask to the PowerShell what is the command that we are going to use it. What is that? HTML report in PowerShell. There are many extension report will be there, right? In PowerShell. You can use it as exporting that is in report into the HTML file. You can see this get instance. These are all report, select object, and you can say convert HTML, and you can say out file this path. As I told you, you can export or you can use the out file. That you need to tell to the PowerShell, I'm going to use a convert HTML. So you're going to save the file like HTML. So you just take this, you can format it and manage it this one. Same things we are using for services, right? So you can just say get hyphen services. This already we have given here. You can take it, the same one. We need to tell convert hyphen select after select object. You need to convert HTML, then you can give the path, right? You can say now you need to tell for here convert hyphen HTML, convert hyphen HTML. Convert to HTML and export hyphen CSV. I'm going to use this HTML and just say 11. Enter. Now you can see the 11th file name, HTML file. Now you are getting this format, but you use the export hyphen CSV, but instead of this you can use for out file. Let's see how what is getting result. Instead of export hyphen CSV, you can use out file. Enter. See, now you achieved it. This is also HTML file, but whenever you use HTML file, remember you should use for out file. But this export hyphen CSV is made for only CSV file. The export hyphen CSV is made for only CSV file format. If you try to bring in some other, it won't give the result.
Okay, if you want to do it just in a text format, right? Like in Notepad or any other text.
Yeah,
So
that is used
you
for
will-
only out file.
out file, okay. For HTML or text,
HTML dot text. Use the
like
same
this in
out,
an
same
yeah,
the
yeah,
just see that
like
HTML dot text can be used or not. This one,
HTML dot text.
this one you're talking about.
No, like rather than HTML or like we want to just in a
Text.
notepad.
You're saying like that.
Text.
Yeah,
that's what
this one, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So let's see this. When you see this text, then you have to use an out file. It's
Out
just
file and
it won't give you, it won't help you to header, or it won't help you to complete
right.
full format. So just only you can say 13. Okay, text
Okay.
format. Now it is exported. Now 30, you can see text file. Now you can see. But there's no. Okay, it's coming HTML. Did I what I said here? No, it's correct only,
No,
right?
it is convert to HTML.
You need to remove the
Yeah,
convert. Correct. You need to
that
remove
was
the.
on
Yeah, it's coming for completely HTML file. Remove this. Okay. So whenever you that specifically you want to get the report, then you have to put the specifically convert to HTML. You need to tell to the PowerShell. Okay. Now you can see 13 I have exported. Now it's again 13. Open. Now you can see this is your export in the file format.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Even file also is giving you, but directly if you put without earlier we have taken, but that was not giving me proper header, right? Where we use a out file, right? But we use when you use out file, but we use a CSV file. That is what it is not giving you the correct format. But you use the out file, then we use the text file correctly, then it's giving the with the proper header as well. See the difference between here. This file earlier we used, okay. Earlier we used, but it was not giving me the proper. This was we got it, right? This is what we use for the out file, but we saved as a CSV file. But when you see the CSV file, this will not bother about your header. But when you use this out file, then you use the right extension as a text, then it will give the right header, right? You can also add on here out file used here. When you save with the text extension, with the dot text extension, then it will give right format with the header in text format, right? And you want to have HTML. For HTML report, you need to say tell to the PowerShell I'm going to converting, that is called as a convert to HTML. And you can save the report with HTML, not for CSV. And whenever you use a CSV file, it's a made for CSV export -CSV. Right? We have discussing here import -CSV. And again, same things, your report is part of HTML. Your report is for text file. You can use it like that. Import -CSV, get -content, export -CSV, out file. Out file is going to be, and you can say convert to HTML. Out file for only text with a good format, and export CSV is only for CSV file, and this is for HTML file. Good to go. Understood. File format.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Now
If
any
you want to email it.
yeah. So you need to send an email that we'll talk about later for the design. This report you want to send an email, you want to schedule the task, right?
Right.
And then you can plan for the design. So if I don't know the send an email, get -help. Okay, get -help. You can say email, or you can say send. I don't know the command yet. What is the command that you're going to use? You know, send mail message, right? And for this, you want to use for get -help, right? Get -help, send -mail message. So you have that is in all. You need to put the to, you need to put subject, you need to put the body, you need to put SMTP server, you need to put attachment, whatever you have sending the report, put the attachment. BCC you want to put it. So these are all you have this is. We will talk about some more detail when you discuss scheduling task, and that time we will going to send an email automatically. Every day morning, I need to send a report to every manager with sending to from this email ID to these guys. Okay, to and from which email ID you want to send, that is also you can put it. And BCC want you can put it, But everything you can be automated, all the information. Clear?
Yeah.
Good to go?
Yes.
Okay. Now, coming to that, this is all for your file system related to reading the different extension and reading the file from the system, reading the file from the PowerShell. We discussed with this. And when do I use a format table? When do I use a select object? We clearly understood. With the related of this, we need to talk about most important for each looping statement. Remember, is the most important. When we talk about the for each, we don't know anything about. Let's ask the PowerShell. What is it? Go to the PowerShell, get -help, ask for or about for each. Okay, about for each. There's no commandlet of that for each, and then we need to ask the about. So for each, what it says, describe the language command. You can traverse all items in a collection of items. And what it says, for each statement, also known as a for each loop, is a language construct for stepping through, iterating a series of values in a collection of items. The simplest and most typical type of collection to traverse is an array. Within the for each loop, it is common to run enough one or more commands against each item in a array. Leave it for this. You will not be understanding for this. The basically you need to understand that is in for each statement is enclosed, that is in parenthesis. This is also leave it. It's understanding here. For each statement is also known as loop. A language constructs a stepping through, iterating the series of values in a collection of items. What do you mean by collection of item here? Now collection means what? It is a your entire whole report. Entire whole report. And in this report, whatever content are there, all we call as a content, so collection. We call as a whole Excel sheet, we call as a collection. And the each row we called as a item. Remember the terminology, what is mean by collection, what is mean by item. So what is the syntax he says, what is the format he says here? For each dollar item in dollar collection, and you can put the statement. We'll come back this point. Just try to understand here. Now in this Excel sheet, we have 100 server. That's 100 server. You said the property name, the header name called server list, and you put all the server 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all server name, and header is server list, and the values are there. All 100 server name are there. Now items in collection means what? Whole Excel sheet. Inside the collection, you are saying item. It means the collection is header. Sorry, collection is a whole Excel sheet, and items is each column, each row. So each row is you are going to talk about one server list, server name, it is a server list. When you target the server list, and what is the value you are going to put it, the value you need to define, right? We need to define the value. We'll come back that how do you read it, but basically we need to understand whenever you read the the bulk report or larger scale report, you want to use for each statement. For each statement, when you use the statement, you have to remember this whole Excel sheet you need to save. That is, I shown in the Excel sheet, you need to save somewhere one variable like dollar server list equal to, and there is a path, something D drive path Excel sheet, all it is, and the entire path is coming here. Yes or no? All the Excel sheet is coming into server list, dollar server list. Now I can say for each, I can say dollar server in server list, dollar server list. This is the name, you can use anything. It is not fixed. Whatever you're using this side, dollar server list, dollar collection, it means whole Excel sheet. Whole Excel sheet. Inside the Excel sheet, you need to read that is an individual row. To read the individual row, we need to tell to the PowerShell what is the operator we can use to read the value and which operator we can use it. Then we'll talk about. First, understand that is in this syntax is most important. What do you mean by for each, and how I can use it. Now, take example. I have Excel sheet here, which is book 2 we have already created. Okay, book 2 is a created. As I told you, this is the definition says for each. For each, the definition says this one. Now, for each saying, now what do you mean by collection here? Collection means whole Excel sheet. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Whole Excel sheet. Now what I can do, this is giving the dollar collection, whole Excel sheet. And what do you mean by item here? Item is individual row. Individual row. Now if I ask you, can you please put me which users are part of which country? Or if I tell you who are the part of user in India? Who are the part of user in India? This is my requirement. If somebody give you this report or to you guys, now what you will do? First, what you're going to check? I told you which are the users are part of India. When I say first, what you're looking, which are the users are part of, try to understand here, India. Now here, what are you looking here in this? To select one by one, what are you looking here? You tell me what header you looking and what value you looking here. Are you looking for the value or are you looking for the header?
For the value, I think.
Now my question is, which are users are part of India? Try to understand the statement and answer me.
Okay.
This is a sheet. Now I gave you. Immediately, how do you think and give me the result? And what process you are going to do? Quickly. My requirement is, take this file. My requirement is, which are the users are part of India? How you going to read? What header you're going to look into the quickly?
Country.
Perfect. So first you look the country. Country is for what? Country is for what? Is a header. First, when I come to the requirement, you have to go and read the country, and you are selecting for what? Where is the AN and where is IN? Where is IN? So what you will do? So I will read this header and IN. Yes, the test one is 1. And again, test one is under what? First name. So under country, there is IN. And in this IN, I'm not going to the reading any other, right? Test one is one user. Again, I will not consider, I will not consider, I will not consider. IN, yes, test 5, IN test 6, IN test 7. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 members are there. So this is the same things the for each is going to do. What for each is going to do? It will read the whole Excel sheet first. It will read whole Excel sheet, and you are going to read this whole Excel sheet one of the variable that is called as a dollar collection, or you can give any name equal to, you can give that is in path, which is this is a path example. Okay. book2.csv. Now the entire information came to in the collection. Now what is the syntax? It says item. What do you mean by dollar item here? It is a temporary. Remember, it's a temporary. So once your execution file is done, then it's going to die. It's nothing. But the item is, this is the most important. This is dollar item means what? The format what it says, the collection you gone through that whole Excel sheet. Inside that is in the header you are going to read one by one. The inside the header you are going to read one by one. It will going to read for your property. The property reading, someone need for the help, right? How do I identify the property and go and read it? Someone has to be required, right? How do I, which operator we use for earlier to read that particular header? Which operator we use for to find a respective property and get it detail? Hope you remember we use for in a pipeline. Which operator help to find the respective property? Supportive.
Like hyphen like.
No, like will not, like it is tell you that is in this thing.
Where object?
Yeah,
No?
where object it will use for to go there. But who is the point of operator to go and find a particular property? Think. Think.
Get item? I don't know.
No. That's who is the point of contact to go and read my operator specific header, not operator, specific header.
Dollar underscore data. So
You are very near to that. Dollar underscore not there.
I mean dot.
Dot.
That's what.
Dot.
You specifically told this go. This dot is telling that go to
there
particular.
and find a particular property. Hope you
Yeah.
remember, guys.
Yes.
Dollar underscore dot. Then you are giving the property name. Yes or no? Dollar underscore
Yes.
dot. And then you are giving the property name. When we talk about the pipeline, I specifically mentioned the dot person is the most important. Specific properties. Now, if I tell you your item is there, I'm telling you dollar item. I want to be find India. I want to be find IN. Which property I need to connect here? Dollar item dot
IN.
No, the IN is belongs to which property? Country. And dollar item, I want to find a test 6.
F name.
Very good. F name. I want to find dollar item dot. I want to find U7.
L name.
And I want to find that is in a dollar item dot KA.
State.
Remember? So particular header denoting with the help of this dot And this you are telling the whole entire Excel sheet are their collection, and go there and find the respective property and get the result. Now you have already saved the file, whole collection, and you are giving this the variable here, and this is a temporary store. Now you know there is a simple command. Let I need to find in the whole Excel sheet who are the part of, which are users are part of India. Now I can say $item dot f name equal to $item dot country equal to what I can say here. I can say IN. What result it will give you? In the country who are there in the India, that list will give or not? Yes or no?
Yeah.
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 Yes.
We can use like operator too. Like
No.
Oh.
Don't confuse. Just try to understand. This is most important concept. If you logically understood, guys, trust me, today, tomorrow you are going to write a very big script. Trust me. This is this logic understanding. It will not
Okay,
easy
got
to
it.
explain to you guys to understand the logic. I know that many YouTube are there. You just go through article everything. When I understood the myself how I can go, I can understand that to write a script. If any script, any big Excel file you can give me in the report, I wanted to find something, then I need to target first property. I need to save the particular file in separate variable. Then I need to look into that is in what statement I can use it, what statement it says here, right? If you are logically understood in a for each, what do you mean by item? What do you mean by? Okay, let me write. Item means what? I can say collection is what it is written here. The whole Excel sheet. Okay, I can say whole Excel which is you can say CSV format, imported and stored variable which is say dollar collection, right? And the item means what? Each line in the Excel sheet at a time stored in a temp variable called $item, and whatever you denoted in the property, it will store in a temporary, and it will give the result whatever statement you're going to. It should be like that for each. Now what should be the very simple? Now I have Excel sheet. Now it's giving me input. Okay, Excel sheet, right here. You have all the information available, right? Excel sheet you have, and the requirement is find which are the users are part of India. Goal. Now, what do you do that? First, what you need to do? Dollar collection equal to, right? The entire sheet is came to the collection. Say CLS, right? Collection. Now, directly you won't be able to, like, you need to say import hyphen CSV path, right? Import hyphen CSV path and store here. When I type collection, it will give the result, right? Now you can use for each and open this same $item, this default syntax. As I told you, you can use any name, $item in dollar collection. Okay, it's a bracket, dollar item in the collection, right? Now open bracket, open bracket. Now here, open and close bracket. Within this, you need to use a statement. A statement. What is statement here? You can use, what is that? If you can say dollar item dot country equal to India. Yes or no?
Yeah, yeah.
You getting my point? We need just we are understanding that is in concept. Then only we can easy to manage. One second, guys. 1 second. I'll back quickly. 1 second. Now for each, I'm using my collection whole Excel sheet I'm bringing, and for each I'm using and open bracket if item dot country equal to India, and I can say here, I can say right host. What you can say? You want to type everything? Just say without double quote. You can use here dollar item dot last name. Yes or no? Space dollar item dot, what are the properties are there? You can use it. First name, last name, state, right? Last name, first name, and dollar item dot state and dollar item dot country, right? And close it. Is that, if you understood this right, then we will talk about many more things. Let's come back is working or not. Let's see this sheet I am giving you. Number 2, you can delete everything. Okay, and just save it. Book 2. The goal is I want to find the user, which are the users are part of India. So take this script, okay, and go to the ISE. It is not going. Okay, just say paste it. Now I can say that is in, before that is right host. Okay, write a small script for using for each, right? For each looping statement. You can test one by one, okay? Looping statement. One by one. Now this first you check it. Import -csv is working or not. Just you can only select and execute it. Now you can see dollar collection. Now you're getting all the detail. Perfect. Right? For each dollar item, same dot collection, opening bracket and the statement dollar item dot country equal to IN. It's IN only, right? You can say IN. IN, right? And you need to open this bracket. Okay, and you need to close one more. Right? And write a host item dot last name, item dot first name, because this everything is in header, right? Now execute it. You need to save this script and you can use a for each dot ps1 in the data drive PowerShell December. Okay, save it, execute. See, now you can do the improvisation. Now what is missing and what needs to be done, but expected result is came or not. So
Yes.
which are users are user 1, user 2, user 6 are part of India? Yes. See how simple it is I'm using, right? Yes or no? No, what is missing here?
Headers.
Yeah, headers. Now I want to bring the headers. Now how do I use it? You know already. So but it's not coming header right here. If I want to the header, I want to specific header, I want to print it. What I need to use here? You know already. You know already to print the result. When do I use a select object? When do I use a format table? Where I can use it? Just can you think and let me know, please? Think and let me know. You tell me that result is came by using the for each perfectly. And with the taking example, we need to do the very bigger picture. But now we can fulfill completely. You can understand that is in based on the requirement how I'm going to use it. Think guys, tell me what should be the answer. Can I use here format table? Format table. What is that? What is that in Excel sheet? First name, last name. Yes or no? But if I use a format table, can you get it? Last name, state, and what is that?
Country.
Country. Just see. Do you get it? No. So what are you going to use here? Go ahead, guys. All are silent only.
Thinking hard.
Okay, what we can do, I'm just giving you this part. And now after that is in, I will give the one task. Okay. You just come back to me the tomorrow. I'll park it. Okay. Just you need to think. And again, I have a task as you asking. I have 100 server. Okay. Tomorrow we'll discuss. I have 100 server. I have 100 server. And I want to check. I want to check in all the servers if the service containing the word called remote we're going to talk about tomorrow. And like that we will have a lot of tasks. What are steps you need to do? What is the command that you're going to use? Then we'll all talk about tomorrow. I'm just going to park it and you need to work on it list and bring back me how do I manage for the bring that is in header. Bring the header. Okay, I will park it. To go. Understanding for each all file system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guys. Okay, take care. And now actually is going to start your day-to-day operations. This is a use cases what you are going to use a day-to-day operations from today. From tomorrow, we are going to have a deal with all these things. All big picture. Good to go.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, guys. Thank you so much for the today timing, and we'll meet tomorrow same time. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Take care.
Take care,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you
Bye-bye.
all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.